Graham Cluley of Sophos stood up in the audience to ask the final question at the Virus Bulletin 2002 speakers panel. Only Dmitry Gryaznov of Network Associates dared to answer it. Listen.
One more comment in the back of the room and we have to finish.
There are senior elements of the US government who've said there are rogue nations right now working on cyber attacks. They've spoken in the past of teams of Chinese hackers who are due to bring down commerce sites last year as well. Do the panel think that they're talking absolute cobblers?
Sorry, can you translate that to English?
BS.
Oh! Nonsense. Rubbish. Okay. Well, anybody want to respond?
Well, I think it's, in a sense, yes and no, because apparently there were such dams of plans, but it's not that easy to implement. Especially when you're talking like about, say, Chinese hackers, they don't have that much of internet power yet.
Well, maybe if Alenia makes it to the market, and if all the internet systems in like China become Windows boxes, Microsoft could do some keys code. Bring it out.
Any comment from the corporation there? Okay. Well, on that note, thank you very much for...
Yes and no. Good grief, must I keep repeating myself? What a wimp! Now I really hope Santa brought Gryaznov a pair of gamete glands for Christmas. Wimpy wouldn't give Cluley a straight answer, so I will. Yes, China's elite shockwave riders do indeed qualify as a dire vague threat to America and her allies. Look at all the hazy evidence. Number one, antivirus vendors quietly continue to this day to supply Chinese officials with both cyber smallpox and cyber vaccine technology. All of it done with the White House's tacit approval, no less. Boy, we document that out the wazoo at VMyths. That's VMYTHS.com. We are the only ones on the planet in the computer security field who are documenting that. Come out to our website and you can see it all. Number two, Senator Charles Schumer, a Democrat of New York who does not have enough physical terrorism to worry about, in February of 2002 identified China by name as a hostile cyber threat equal in vagueness to North Korea, which he also named as a hostile cyber threat. And number three, White House Computer Security Advisor Richard Clarke, the man who personally, tacitly approves the transfer of cyber warfare technology to China in February of 2002, threatened Beijing in the name of the president with a military incursion or even nuclear retaliation if their elite information warriors violate the Monroe Cyber Doctrine with White House-approved computer viruses. I'm tired of wimps and sophists like Gryaznov and Schumer who won't turn their words into deeds. China's dire, vague cyber threat frightens me enough to support a first strike? A preemptive retaliatory strike against Beijing. Come on, who's with me? I say let's flood the tubes, let's unleash a few Polaris missiles, and let's put the fear of a Virageddon behind us once and for all. Page 21. Oh, boy. Man, my hand hurts from hitting the table so much. If you read my columns at VMyths, then you know it took an 8-part series just for me to dissect 13 minutes of audio, that audio that you just finished listening to. I banged out 4,900 words of commentary just to get this far. Amazing, eh? We can now summarize the dire cyber threat as follows. Here it comes. I'm going to edit it down so that you can hear just the base hysteria. Listen.
Internet can be brought down. They can take any site down in a matter of minutes.
Maybe it should happen. Think about the implications. Airliners will go bankrupt within 3 days of internet when internet is being down. It definitely can happen. It can happen, it is likely to happen, it will happen. Maybe sufficient to take down whole economies. And it will happen in the next 5 to 10 years.
We have a really, really bad scenario. And the scary thing is this can happen with today's technology.
There you go. You can hear the evidence with your own ears. You can come out and listen to all 13 minutes of uninterrupted audio at VMyths if you want. That's VMYTHS.com. Then, after you've listened to it, tell me, did I quote any of these men out of context? Their hysteria leads me to ask the ultimate question. Why aren't these men doing more to save the world from imminent cyber doom? Riegard Zwinenberg of Norman ASA I can forgive because he wonders if the cyber doom should befall us. But Veselin Bonchev of Frisk, hey, he in particular should write those ingenious MacGyver tools we'll need to save whole economies from destruction. We've got less than 5 years to prepare ourselves by Bonchev's own reckoning. Does he squirrel himself away in a cubicle for years at a time? Bah! The little pansy loves to jet set around the globe so he can bask in adulation at every virus conference. Bonchev no longer wants to save mankind from the onslaught he so brazenly predicts. Now he just wants to scream, "I told you so," when the big day comes. Page 22. Don't get me wrong, we've got an important role for pansies. They're called critics. I'm one of them. Bonchev is not. He commands an antivirus battalion, and his clients expect him to defend the realm. Can you visualize Colonel Bonchev as he heroically rallies the cyber troops fighting on the front line? Gentlemen, we're going to lose this war in 5 to 10 years, and I'll admit right now I can't even protect my own mother from the enemy. I've got to catch a plane to another continent so I can bemoan our predicament. But I want you to get your butts out there and use inferior antivirus software until my return. General George S. Patton made it a habit to fire any commander he viewed as a pansy. I tell you, Patton would fire a guy like Bonchev in a heartbeat. Of course, some of the knee-jerks in the industry would say, Patton would fire you too, you little pansy critic. Oh, no, he wouldn't. Ooh, the difference between me and Bonchev, for example, is that Bonchev is resigned to losing the war in 5 to 10 years. So are a lot of other people, apparently. And remember this, I'm the pansy critic who points out the pansy commanders in the antivirus industry. General Patton would view me as an asset. So, there you have it, folks. Some very important people in the antivirus world think you're completely screwed by the end of this decade. The cyber terrorists will win in 5 to 10 years, but please continue to buy antivirus software until then, okay? Enjoy your fragile utopia while it lasts. Oh, man, finally we reached the end. I'm Rob Rosenberger for VMyths. That's VMyths.com. Truth about computer virus hysteria. Be there or be scared.